The Legacy Builders Program versus the Digital Boss Academy. Now these two programs are actually number one for different categories in the Skool.com platform right now. So I thought I would go ahead and actually compare these two side by side. So if you're someone thinking about which one to get, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one is right for you. Now what we're going to be covering in this comparison, first of all, is who created these programs. We're also going to go through the different communities that these two platforms have as well. We'll go through what's actually inside the training course, as well as the live call calendar if you want to jump on these live calls, and then also everything in between. And finally, I will finish this comparison off with my personal opinion, which one I would choose. So if you want to learn all of that good stuff, make sure you stick around until the end. And just before we get started, if you decide to choose either of these programs, I've created the most insane bonuses you're going to find on the internet, which include a custom funnel, custom email series, custom Google traffic training, as well as support from me. And you also get to give my bonuses to people who join through you. I've created for both of these programs, so if you want to grab some bonuses, make sure you join using the links in the description. Okay, so first of all, let's look at the creators of both of these programs. Now, first of all is Michelle O'Neill. She is the creator of the Legacy Builders program. Now, as you can see on her profile, she's in the slightly older category, and what I mean by that is she's got grandkids, which she shares openly inside of her profile. But if we come and have a look at her successes, she's had 0 to 4.6 million in 2 years. I believe she's been in digital marketing for about 6 years, but she's really started getting major successes in these past 2 years. When she started launching the Legacy Builders program. She loves to talk to the camera. She loves to show her money that she's made, but she's extremely consistent with what she does. Now let's have a look at Billionaire Brooklyn. She's the creator of the Digital Boss Academy. You can tell she's quite a bit younger than Michelle, but she's a bit of a hustler as well. Now I've looked into her story, and she's talked about how she used to clean hotels for a living, tried many different jobs, but once she started getting into digital marketing just a few years ago, that's when things really started taking off as well. And she's made a really good name for herself. She's extremely authentic, and the type of content that she creates the most is the one where she isn't actually talking to camera, but it's just like B-roll footage with a big story inside of the description, which is very popular at the moment as well. So those are the two creators. Now let's have a look at their Skool Communities. Just wanted to show you as well, if you go into the Discover page inside of Skool, you will see inside of the Business tab, the Digital Growth Community, which is basically the Legacy Builders program, is ranked number one for business. And if you look at the Digital Boss Academy, they're ranking number one for sales and marketing. So both of these programs are extremely powerful. They have the most engagement of the entire categories. So you can see these guys are actually putting in the effort when it comes to them. So now let's look at the communities themselves. First of all, looking at the Digital Growth Community. Once again, this is the community that hosts the Legacy Builders program. Now inside, they almost have 40,000 members inside of this community, and it's growing. I believe I joined when it was less than 20, and this thing is really starting to take off in these last few months of 2024. But it's really active inside of here, people asking questions. I believe she creates a training each and every day, so plenty going on inside of it. And this is the Digital Boss Academy. They have 22.3 thousand members just now, but even looking since last night, which was less than 12 hours ago, they've increased by 300 and something members. So this community is only just starting its big growth phase, I believe, and you'll be surprised with the amount of engagement that goes on in here. So let's look at the live calls just before we go into the courses themselves. Inside of the Digital Growth Community, if we go to the calendar, you can see they have around 8 calls per week, 8 or 9 calls per week, which is quite a lot inside of the digital marketing space. So if you wanted to join on any calls, you simply just click on the links, join the Zoom link, and you can be live with the creators of that call. And then inside of the Digital Boss Academy, it's so much, it's unbelievable how many calls they have. There is around up to 15 a week. So if you want more options and more time zones, then this is going to be a very good option for you in terms of that. Now we've gone through all of the basics inside of the communities, inside of the live calls, inside of the creators themselves. Let's now actually talk about the programs. So let's start with the Legacy Builders program. Now, the Legacy Builders program sits under an umbrella brand called the Digital Growth Community, which I briefly talked about before, but inside there is where all of the courses are created. Now, what I'm going to do is just quickly show you the Legacy Builders program, and then I'll tell you how these other ones actually all fit in as well. So this is the Legacy Builders program, and it is a massive course. Basically, what you're going to learn inside of here, first of all, is the beginning parts of digital marketing, passive income, automation, things like that. And then straight after that, you're going to set up your own Freedom Machine, which is basically an online system so you can resell parts or the entire Legacy Builders program, either using payment plans or one-off payments. And you can also set up things like lead generation funnels and email automations as well. Now, once you get through all of that, it's time to start focusing on traffic. So you'll start setting up your social media accounts. You'll also start figuring out how you can actually present yourself online, what you should be sharing as your message and your identity. Then you start learning different strategies and different platforms, how to create traffic as well. There are a few places where she teaches you to actually post and get free traffic, which is pretty exciting. But once you go through all of that, there is a lot of live call replays inside of here, which I'll talk about soon. But you go through things like affiliate marketing, partnerships, setting up massive email marketing campaigns, also adding ChatGPT into your workflow to make things working. Then you finally learn about creating your own digital product, launching it, and then you can also create your own online community. So it's a massive product inside of here. So much content to actually go through, which is one thing I actually want to talk about. When you're going through an online program, I want you to just think to yourself right now, would you prefer listening to someone showing you how to do something, or would you rather watch live calls? Because a lot of the training inside of the Legacy Builders program is actually live call replays. For everyone, for some people it might be okay, for other people it might be annoying, just letting you know, because there is a lot of live replays inside of this program. Now let me try to explain to you the different programs inside of it. So let's go back to the dashboard here, and I'll try to visualize it. This is one of the biggest problems I see with the Legacy Builders program. It's just hard to explain. So if you look here, this is the Legacy Builders program, but it actually hosts all of the 4 courses inside of this dashboard. Obviously, these are just bonuses. So the first module that you go through inside of the Legacy Builders program is actually the Launchpad, which you can sell separately. The second module is Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, which you can also sell separately. Digital Mastery is the third module, which you can sell separately. Or you could just sell the Legacy Builders program, which includes everything inside of it as well. So every time you buy the highest tier, you also get the modules below it as well. It's kind of confusing, but it kind of works as well. And the reason she's done this is because not everyone can afford the Legacy Builders program, which is $900. So they can actually start off at the lower tiers and then eventually work their way up. And we'll go over pricing in just a second. Now let's go into the Digital Boss Academy. And honestly, I've never seen so much training inside of one program. In my review of the Legacy Builders program, I said I've never seen so much training inside of one program, but the Digital Boss Academy 10x is that. It's phenomenal to see. So inside of the Digital Boss Academy, there's actually different volumes inside of it, which is slightly confusing, but let me explain what that means. So inside the Digital Boss Academy, you'll notice once you look into this program, there's actually 3 volumes of the Digital Boss Academy. And I guess you can kind of look at these like chapters, which go through different parts of the business that you're creating. Now, unlike the Legacy Builders program, they're not just one entire course chopped into 3 or 4 pieces. These are completely different training for each purpose. For example, volume 1's specifically for beginners. Volume 2 is more about building multiple streams of income, whereas Volume 3 is an advanced version of Volume 2. This is the one that's just launched. This is also about building multiple streams of income. So if we quickly look at Volume 1, just to go through the different training that you're going to see, you learn how to do simple things like email marketing, how to edit videos, set up automations, basic SEO. You also learn about UGC. Interestingly, they've got like topics like starting your own Airbnb business, health and wellness, networking. So there is a lot of different topics they talk about, but the cool thing is all of these are created for beginners in mind. So if you had any interest in any of these, it's going to be explained to you in a way where you can actually understand. And there's plenty of different resources in here, plenty of different tools they go through as well, which is pretty cool. Now let's go through Volume 2, and this is where things start to actually get kind of interesting. So inside here, you learn about TikTok shops, which right now are going absolutely bananas. You learn about Pinterest, Etsy, how to become a VA. These are also print-on-demand type networks, Printful and Printify. You learn about Shopify, LinkedIn, about becoming a travel agent, randomly put in there. Faceless marketing, men in marketing. There's plenty of stuff in here. Stocks for beginners. I believe there's some crypto stuff in here as well. Actually, that might be in volume 3. But there's plenty of different topics inside of here. I guess the one thing that I can see this as a negative is it's not a really clear path as to if you buy this program, at the end of the program, you'll be here. It's more of a we're going to teach you some broad topics, see what you like, and then as you progress, then we've got some higher tier training for you. So I do believe this is great. If you've ever wanted to learn about these particular things, then there's plenty of training inside of here. Now let's go to volume 3, and this is the advanced training with the multiple streams of income. And this is where things get pretty interesting, right? So we've got inside of here, first of all, how to buy land and land bank properties. Very interesting. Building Amazon reviews, theme pages, 6-figure music business. And just to let you know as well, these guys have gone and found experts in these fields, and they've come in to become trainers inside of the program. It's not just Brooklyn saying all of this. There's multiple trainers inside of it. You can also learn how you can do podcasting, starting a coaching mentorship business. I actually pretty excited to go through that module. Corporate funding, these are some pretty out there topics to be inside of this course, especially at the price point. This is really good stuff. 6 figures on Upwork, crypto investing, binary trading. Once again, these are all experts coming in and teaching these things. And then we've got a lot more coming in as well. And if that wasn't enough content, we've also got additional content in the Digital Boss Academy and inside of the Legacy Builders program. So I'll quickly just pull that up. Okay, so I'll fly through these. This is the Legacy Builders program, or the Digital Growth Community Extra Training. And basically this is a place where they host challenges like this one, the 90-day holiday profit push. They basically have challenges on a set period of time, so you can work day by day, sort of understanding what marketing things you should be focusing on towards usually holidays and things like that. So there's plenty to go through, lots of old training as well. I believe there is an upsell for monthly members if you want to pay a monthly fee too. But that's the Legacy Builders program. And inside of the Digital Boss Academy, there's also 6 external modules. I believe you get on any level, which teach you how to set up an online store, launch your brand, be compliant with the FTC, build a bomb brand, digital marketing training, and also social media marketing. You also get 100 free PLR products that you can rebrand and sell and take payment for. There's free content you can use, content inspiration, and a few other things as well. But now let's talk about the elephant in the room, and this is the cost, right? Let's go through the different pricing, because this is probably the most confusing part out of all of it. So inside of the Legacy Builders program, if you just wanted to get the Legacy Builders program, which hosted all of the modules, you can purchase it for $900. It has Master Resell Rights. You can sell it for $900 as well, or you can sell each of these modules at their appropriate price point. Now, there is an additional fee that no one really talks about, which is called a website fee, which you need to pay every time you either upgrade or purchase a product inside of this program. It's mandatory, or you're going to have to reach out to support and still pay anyway. So kind of confusing. Now let's just say you wanted to buy a lower tier product, for example, Digital Mastery. This is $600. Well, when you purchase that, you also get access obviously to the lower products as well. So the 600, the 300, and the 100. You can sell all of these individually, but you cannot resell the Legacy Builders program as you don't have the rights for it. So if you purchase the $300 program, the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, you also get the Launchpad. You can resell the Launchpad and the Passive Daily Pay Blueprint, but you can't resell these, and the same thing goes with Launchpad. So it's kind of confusing, but yeah, it's just because the entire course was cut up into 4. You can purchase individual modules, or you can purchase the entire module. So this is definitely a higher priced product, $900 for the Legacy, all these lower price points. Now let's go into the Digital Boss Academy, and this is where value really comes in. So DBA Volume 1, the beginners module, or the beginners volume, this is $111, and this also has Master Resell Rights. There's no website fee, so you can resell it for $111 and take full payment. And honestly, in terms of value, I would highly recommend Volume 1. If you had a budget of, say, $120, I'd definitely go to DBA Volume 1 over the Legacy Builders program. Insane amounts of value. Now, Volume 2 is $222 with also Master Resell Rights. And if someone went and purchased volume 2, they'd also get access to volume 1 and have master resale rights for both of them. So something to think about. And then finally, volume 3 has now turned into an affiliated model. So if you wanted to share this with other people, you'd get your own affiliate tracking link. If someone purchased, then you'll get 80% of the sale. And this one's $444. And whoever purchases volume 3, like I did, also gets access to volume 2 and volume 1. And they can also use master resale rights for volume 1 and 2. Okay, we got there in the end, the Legacy Builders program versus the Digital Boss Academy. And now the big question, which one is better? And honestly, it's one of these situations where it really depends on the type of person you are. So if you're someone that likes to start from the beginning, have step-by-step instructions all the way to the end, and it's going to be high-end training, Legacy Builders program is 100% the best option, because there is no training to sort of take your attention away from what you should be doing. It's just progressional. As you go through the training, you'll be building it, and as you're building it, you should start slowly starting to see results. Now, on the flip side, if you don't know what you want to do just yet, then maybe the Digital Boss Academy is the better bet, as it's going to teach you a range of different topics. You'll not only get all of the basics in digital marketing, but you'll start to chip away at advanced trainings. And then the good thing about this is if you start one of these businesses or one of these ways to monetize and you didn't like it, no worries, you've still got dozens of different ways as well. So it's a nice, affordable course. It's by far much cheaper than the Legacy Builders program, and it's going to give you many different opportunities of to what you're actually building. It might take a little bit longer, but it's going to give you everything you need, and you're probably only going to need one course. So hopefully that's given you the information you need. Once again, if you decide to join either, then make sure you use the links in the description to get all of my bonuses. If you have any questions, if you're stuck, let me know down in the comments and I'll happily help you out. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.